OMG, you guys. Before we get into the episode, there are just a few things I just want to clarify with you. Don't click away. Hold on. Stay right here. Most of the people who watch me are not subscribed. Look at the little analytical here. Do you see that? Sad to me, because the people who are not subscribed can't get notifications when I post. And you know what I think? You shouldn't be on social media that much. So click that little subscribe button for me and click that bell icon so you can you get a little notification when I post. Okay? Please, for me. Also, if you like what I say, you love what I say, and you want me to continue, please consider buying me a tea. I have in the description a little place. It's Buy Me a Coffee. It's like early 2000s thing. If you love what I say, anything you could give, even a view would be appreciated. But if you could give me just a little tea, I can justify continuing this. Thank you, and enjoy the episode. What's poppin', homies, and welcome to Stav's True Plan, the podcast where we're in a beautiful park and I'm about to wage a beautiful war. That's right, everybody. I have a gripe, a war. I have a battle to fight, and it's against nihilism. I'm starting a war against technology, and I'm starting a war against nihilism. Okay? Now, this comes at a very interesting time. The birds are distracting me. Recently, I've been feeling very nihilistic, right? And I knew that was bad because it was it just came over me, right? But I know that's not who I am. So I turned it off, bow. And I went to the place I know where it can dissolve even further. And it's the park. First off, what is a nihilist? I have it right here. A nihilist is the belief that life is meaningless and a rejection of all religious and moral principle. That is the dictionary from Oxford. Okay, they said that, right? In philosophy, nihilism is extreme skepticism maintaining that nothing in the world has real existence. Okay? Now, I'm going to just say it straight up. I'm going to just say it and it's going to spill out and it's just going to be mean, but it had to be said. Nihilism is a waste of time. Truly nihilism is a waste, okay? To have belief that nothing matters, sure, we can get into times where we feel that way, and that's actually very human and that's very natural, okay? And that there's nothing wrong with feeling that way, okay? It's more than natural, it's more than okay. But there needs to be a click in your mind, just a little bit of a click, you know what I mean? Like, there has to be a moment in time where I can't say, that's just me. You have to grow up. You have to grow up, okay? There are many things at play. When it comes to life, there are infinite amount of possibilities for you, right? To say that life is meaningless is very interesting because it seems that if people who think this way don't really try to derive meaning in life, they've almost kind of closed the book on life as it is. And I don't think that's the right answer. Here are some constants that we can say about life, right? Just as in, my last episode. Yeah, I'm wearing the same clothes. Get used to it. I can record twice in a row. Life has a few different things that are guaranteed, right? You die and you don't know when it is. Okay. So let's look at this from a logical standpoint here, okay? If there's an individual and their life has a limited amount of time, right? And you don't know if there's anything that happens after when we die, okay? Let's just put it out there. We don't know what happens, okay? Okay. Then it would be in your greatest and best interest to experience. It would be your greatest and best interest to figure out what gives you meaning. You know, that is honestly a big meaning. That's the big, I guess, the goal of life. How can you derive meaning? Right. For me, I'm a hedonist. So I believe a big meaning of life is to figure out what your pleasures are, right? Learn more about you, because everyone gets so busy that they don't know who they are. Imagine that. You spend every day in your body, but you have no idea who you are. That's silly, isn't it? That's almost like neglecting a loved one. Come on now. Show them some sugar. The truth is, the argument of nihilism lacks every bit of logic in the whole wide world. Okay? The argument that life is meaningless is absolutely bogus. It's just not true. It's not real. It's silly. It's so silly. And it's beyond me. Listen, being put through hell on earth, right? Life is hell anyway, right? To live is to suffer, right? If to live is to suffer, then how could we be happy living? Huh? It's what you do in the meantime. If living is suffering, what can you do to not suffer? A lot of nihilists don't know who they are. That's okay. That's okay. But it's almost like saying, will you marry me, to somebody who you don't know? So now you're with them every day, and you don't even ask the basic relationship questions. Huh? I always say this, the self is the most rejected person on earth, is the self. You don't know who you are sometimes, and that's okay. You'll make mistakes, and you know what people will do? Talk shit to themselves, berate themselves. You are a piece of work. You're a piece of work. But to say that life has no meaning. Are you familiar with the odds of you being here? Trillions, quadrillions of odds that you're here right now. Why you? We don't need to get religious. That's fine by me. I don't want to push that on you. But why you? They agree with me. Why you? Well, that should give you a little bit of meaning first and foremost, right? What else can give you meaning? Learning who you are. That's another thing. What else can give you meaning? If you get a significant other, if you find a partner, my work here is done. I have so much meaning in my partner. In my girlfriend, I have infinite meaning. I find so much meaning in her. I see a future with her. Find things that make you want to continue your life. Find a state of mind. Find a hobby. Find a person, whether it be a friend or a loved one. There are so many beautiful things on earth, and you have 5 senses to discover it all. For example, I'm engaging in 3. I'm touching this beautiful, perfectly weathered bench. This moss here on top of it wasn't put here on purpose. It happened through nature. There are people on here who have put their name. M loves S. We don't know where they are right now, right? But M loves S, and I'm sure S loves M. Do you think they engage in S&M? Oh, I'm sorry. It had to happen. It had to. It was just on the tip of my tongue and just needed to come out. But just seeing the world around me. And the nihilistic folk are not very analytical. Because if you look for just a moment, and if you listen for just a moment, and if you just understand for just a moment, everything here is precious. All of the trees around me, the birds, the odds of everything happening here are so low. Listen, in my philosophy class, I had to read 2 different sides of the abortion debate, okay? And the one who was in favor of, who thought it was immoral, listen, hold on now. I hope I haven't lost you. Hold on. I'm not going to talk about abortion. I'm going to talk about something specific, okay? The guy said that it was immoral because you deprive the fetus of a future like ours, okay? Now, hold on. I don't care about babies right now. The only reason I brought that up is because while I was reading, that phrase, a future like ours, just stuck with me. What is a future like ours? It's a future of experience, a future of pleasure, a future of happiness, a future of love, a future of friends, a future of heartache, but all of that, some good, some bad, the ability to experience that is beautiful. So, us humans, the human race is beautiful. But now, we've done it. We're going through a little something right now. That's fine. I can't talk too much shit about it, okay? We all have our little things, our little quirks. I know the world might seem bad because you hear a lot about how bad it is online, right? I think nihilism breeds online. That is its breeding place. You'll see online groups talking about when someone should kill themselves or I'm planning to kill myself and stuff like that. And it's just like, how could you? How could you? Life is beautiful. The chances that I sat here today were slim to none. I had a whole park to choose from. This bench wasn't even here. It was 50 feet that way. The chance that I found this spot, slim to none. It almost didn't happen. I was going to go home. But I'm here, and I'm happy, and I'm talking and sharing. If I was born in ancient Greece, I'd be talking to people live. I'd be sharing how to be happy. Because let me tell you this. They teach you history every day in school. From K through 12, you learn about English, you learn about math. Okay? Why are you not taught to be happy? Why is there not a class that teaches you effective ways to have a positive state of mind throughout your life through times of strife? So many people are depressed and they're also nihilistic. They believe life has no meaning. Well, they were never shown that life has meaning. And that's so depressing to me. And that makes me so sad. How could you wake up in the morning and think that life has no meaning? I'm here to teach you that life has meaning. And you might not see it yet. But that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But have an open mind. Have an open heart. Have an open ear. Listen to me. I can't stress this enough. You need to love life. Why don't you? It might have treated you so bad, but it is in your hands. I don't believe in fate. I don't believe in fate. It's in your hands. I do believe that things are meant to happen. I believe that you are meant to be here. Figure out your purpose here. Have an open mind. There are two people on this world who loved each other so much that they wanted to create you. They didn't know it yet, but it was going to be you. They had an idea in their minds, maybe. But out came you. It was not in your control. You couldn't have done anything about it. In Stoic philosophy, we know about the dichotomy of control. Okay? The dichotomy of control states that there are things that are within your control and are without your that is without your control. And life is determining what is in which category. Now, you being here is not within your control. And I do believe that it is within your control to control how you feel about it. Okay? It might make you sad now. But everything, the mind is so powerful. Everything is in your mind. Everything can be healed with love and compassion and care. Everything can be fixed. It just takes a little heart. Find your purpose, and that's okay. Do that. Okay? Because you nihilistic folk, you piss me off, but I still love you. We're all just trying to make it. Who am I to push certain things on you? I just want you to be happy. People are too depressed, too sad, too often. And there's a culture on that. I'm a nihilist. Go fuck yourself. To be alive is a blessing. And if you don't believe in any higher power, you are the highest power in your life. Believe in yourself, at the very least. Thank you. This has been an episode of Stav's True Plan and a beautiful podcast in the park. I'm waging a war on people who don't think life is precious. Because it is. Thank you. Kisses.